real interesting. I think that's very, very interesting. One of my favorite parts. There is some more places we can go. I'm trying to think. Um, we can go this way, but we're gonna go rest at the bonfire first because we got fucked up. We need to go rest at the bonfire. Also, probably gonna upgrade my magical sword a little bit. Um, got some more twinkling titanite. I don't know if I have enough to upgrade it, but I definitely need the Estus. That's for sure. Because I have this, but can't really use this in the middle of a fight. I will probably be punished thoroughly if I try to use that in a fight. Uh, we're gonna run back up here, and we will come back, finish that part off. If this takes too long, I might just cut it, so it'll either cut right back to me back at the bonfire. Um, but I don't know. I'm trying to think. We'll learn more about how this land was Ulasil, with more of the things we'll find, and um, the DLC actually takes place in this area that we're at right now, but about 1,000 years in the past, which sounds kind of confusing, but it is actually Ulasil at that point. It's not called the Darkroot Garden. It's been so long now that no one really remembers that this place is called Ulasil. It's just known as this overgrown place called the Darkroot Garden. Gotcha. I'm trying to think. There is definitely a lot more stuff that deals with it, but I don't think we have anything that talks more about the Ulasil. Oh, I didn't talk about the ring. I'm a fool. The ring probably talks about Ulasil. This magic crown-shaped ring was granted to Princess Dusk of Ulasil upon her birth. The ringstone allows its wearer to cast additional magics, but at the cost of 1/2 HP. So if I equip it, which we'll show that off real quick. I have permanently lost half my health bar, but I can cast Lightning Spear more. We'll go rest at the bonfire so we can see, because I've already used Lightning Spear. So it's not really showing you what my now max capability of, like, how many casts I have are. But we'll check that out in just a sec. What's up, Andre? We'll give you that Divine Ember in just a second. Every time you bring him an Ember, he has special dialogue too, so we'll definitely check that out. But we're going to rest here first. See, now I can cast this, like, well, not 1.5, but I have 5 more casts, so half more casts, which is nice. But I don't use it enough to care. We're going to put the Wolf Ring back on, we're going to rest, get our health back. Something you gotta remember if you're ever playing through these games and you like the lore and you want to read more about the lore, you gotta read these embers before you give them to Andre, because then you won't have them anymore. He'll take them. What do you have to say about my ember, bro?
My, that's a rare ember you have there. I've seen one of those before. It's the ember of a divine blacksmith. Might you consider leaving that with me? I could produce divine weapons with a flame such as that.
Now, we're gonna give it to him, but we're gonna say no right now, because we want to see his dialogue.
I see. Tis a pity.
See? He's cool about it. Now, if you ever accidentally do that and you go, oh fuck, you just choose the talk, like select the talk option.
This is the old church. It was abandoned in favor of the church that you passed through. There are paths leading from here to 2 forbidden plains, Sen's Fortress and the Darkroot Garden. They attract all sorts of lunatics, no one as cultured as yourself. It's fine to be undead, but keep a level head, eh?
That dialogue must have come after we either explored the 2nd floor of the Belfry Gargoyle, like, church, or beat the boss. I completely forgot about that dialogue, but yeah, that's him, like, if you beat them and you didn't know where to go, like, maybe if you ran down to that Titanite demon in the basement and he, like, fucked you up, and you're like, oh shit, I don't know how to get past him. It's like, oh, it leads to multiple areas, you can't just run past him. But I should be able to select talk again, and he'll ask me about the Ember.
Sen's Fortress is an
Or he'll talk more about lore.
built by the ancient gods. It is the only route leading to the great Anor Londo. Of course, most fools can't even find their way into that fortified death trap. But they won't stop trying. Take bumbling Sir Onion.
He's talking about Siegmeyer. Now that is actually some very interesting lore. He said that Sen's Fortress, which is that giant gated area that Siegmeyer's sitting in front of, it was built by the gods as a proving grounds, and that it's the only path to Anor Londo, which is the city of the gods, right? It's Mount Olympus. It's Olympus on top of Mount Olympus. It's where Zeus has the seat of his power. Now, obviously, this is not based on Roman mythology exactly, but you can definitely compare Gwyn to Zeus. They're both hurl lightning bolts like badasses, right? And they're both considered like king of the gods. But it was built as a proving grounds, so it's assumed that at one point, you know, maybe thousands of years ago, maybe more, maybe less, that people could go there and fight, or just progress through the fortress, and that they would prove I'm worthy to go to the city of the god.
I know little of the
Then yeah, he was talking about Darkroot.
Although I've heard rumors of a divine blacksmith who resides there. Those who get stumped in the catacombs seek him for divine weapons.
Wow, I'm doing a bad job, you guys. I completely forgot about all that dialogue. Yeah, that's assuming you haven't been there yet, right? And he'll be like, "Hey, you're getting fucked up in the catacombs. Go see my divine boy down in the Darkroot Garden," which also implies that he hasn't been there in a long time or ever, because he doesn't even know that that divine blacksmith was dead.
I know little of the Darkroot, although I've heard those.
Oh shit.
I'll be seeing you that beacon.
I know you can give this to him again. Maybe it's when I just walk up and talk to him.
My,
Okay, yeah, that's how it is. I thought I had to select the talk option.
I've seen one of those before.
Member of the Divine Blacksmith? Of course.
Well, thanks for that. You've made a fine decision. You soon shall see.
So if I go to... Oh, it won't even show me the fucking thing. Okay, well. Normally it would show me something like this if I hit modify equipment. But it's not showing me that yet. But I can upgrade my storage straight sword one more time, so we'll do that. I suppose we can... do I have the claymore? I do. I could turn this divine, but I don't really want to. I don't think I need to upgrade anything else right now.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us.
Okay. There is actually one thing I want to check. I said in an earlier video that I was pretty damn sure that killing the Capra Demon was the like the trigger for getting Haircut's like friends to show up. And now I'm not so sure after I've thought about it for a little bit, because some triggers for like NPCs and stuff are specific, like killing specific bosses, and some triggers are just how many bosses you've killed. So I don't remember if I just usually kill the Capra Demon as like the third boss or the second boss or the fourth boss, and that's what I'm thinking of, or if it is specifically the Capra Demon. So we're gonna run down here and check real quick. Then we're gonna head back to the garden, because I do want to get the dialogue for Haircut's entourage, if they're here. So we're gonna check that real quick. Down there. Oh no, wait, that's not the right spot. Is your crew here, Haircut? No. Okay, good. Wanted to make sure I didn't miss them. Does the Crestfallen Warrior have any more? I don't think he has any more dialogue.
Oh, hello. Miracles? I'm afraid that may
Yeah, see, now I don't even have the option to pay him for him to tell me about his shit, because I'm no longer in his covenant. I could rejoin his covenant, but I don't want to.
Have you been to the ruins of New Londo below? Just head down the stairs and take the lift. It's certainly worth a visit. It was once an undead city. You may find a clue or two, unless the ghosts find you first.
I was wondering when we would get this dialogue. Yeah, he says that New Londo was once an undead city, capital U, because he means of undead like us, who were undead, but were not hollow yet. So they were functioning undead who contributed to a society and, you know, actually eked out a living down there in that flooded city. And that is a very interesting concept. We will definitely talk more about that later, but we don't have a lot more to go off of yet, right? I want to talk about things as I find the item descriptions or get the NPC dialogues.
How did that silly sorcerer's apprentice end up? You know, the one always prattling on about Master Logan. He left for the undead burg, but never came back. Serves him right. If even old Big Hat can't make it out there, what chance does he have? I hope he enjoys his new life as a hollow.
He's talking about a man who is in the lower undead burg, which we have not gotten to yet. But that residence key I bought off that asshole merchant who tells me to fuck off. Residence key. This one. This is the one that I bought so I can free him. He is locked in a building in the lower undead burg, but we haven't been there yet.
Hmm? What now? I'm not up for...
And now he's saying, all right, get the fuck out of here. But he also mentioned Master Logan. So the guy we find in the, we'll talk a little bit about it. I'm just giving you quick, like, the Cliff Notes version. But Master Logan is a very famous sorcerer in the outside world. Who is, like, famed for creating new sorceries. He's like, motherfuckers like Sir Isaac Newton, right? Just creating calculus like nobody's business. That's kind of like how famous he is. He's created, entirely new things just because he could. So that's something that, he's very famous for. And he mentioned that he is somewhere in Lordran. But he mentioned about if old Big Hat can't even make it out here, then why would his apprentice be able to? So, is Big Hat dead? We don't know. We'll find out, though. That's for sure. You fools, don't follow me. Don't ever try that shit again. Alright. We're gonna rest here because I'm a greedy bitch and I want that health back. Okay. Welcome back to Dark Souls. We are back down where the Hydra's at. We're gonna run past this loud-ass waterfall. And there's something, I don't know if you can really see it well, but across my head, in front of my character's head, you can see that there's a little cave. It almost looks like something's like lighting up or glowing over there. But we're gonna head over there because there's something there's a little something we're gonna do. You'll see. You will know it when you see. But over here is the ladder, which will take us further, further into the area of the Dark Root Garden. And this tunnel is a dead end. And it will eventually lead us to the DLC. Which, that will make sense when we get there. We have to beat, like, the halfway point of the game to get to the DLC. So, it'll be a little bit. This is the man we've come to see. And, he's already walking towards us. Well, I don't know if it's a guy. It's just gonna say, it's already walking towards us. I'm gonna blast it with lightning. Holy shit, that did a lot of damage. Okay. Ooh, ow, okay. Come on, big boy. Now, you can actually see a little bit that there is someone inside of his little thing. You can see it's like a woman in white if you look inside of it. I'm trying to get some good angles of it. You can see there's a woman in there, which is crazy that you can actually see that. Insane. Nice try. Come on, big guy. Oh, I missed that one. Easy. Woo! Woo! Nice try. We got the dodges on point. Let's go. Oh, shit. But apparently we don't have the attacks on point. And one of the most important things is to stop swinging when you kill him, because you don't want to accidentally hit the girl. Hello, lady. What's your name?
So, 'tis thou who rescueth me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulyssil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulyssil, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
So Ulyssil, we talked about it a little earlier. That's where she is from. Its ancient sorceries are from Ulyssil, and she's asking me, you want to learn some sorceries? And I think we want to learn some sorceries.
My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
So she just disappeared, and she said that she'll lay her signature, which is what you do to like summon in an NPC for a boss. Dusk of Ulyssil, the princess, she's like special in that she does not fight with you in a boss, like in a boss fight. She is only there to be summoned to like be an NPC. And you know what? We'll actually show that off, but I need to get back to a bonfire. So we'll head back to the one by the Black Knight real quick. Actually, how much? I don't think I have much humanity. Oh no, I have some. Okay, we're good. But gonna roll. Okay. You know what? That's really loud. Oh wait, I don't have to be human. Oh, I completely forgot. Okay, I don't have to be human to talk to her. So we can go ahead and summon her in. And she doesn't have the glow. It's just her.
I am Dusk of Ulyssil. It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thine wishes.
What's up, Dusk? Dusk is super cool. She's very, like, sweet, very soft-spoken. She's awesome. Proper bow. Use that in the PvPs.
For a very long time, I was trapped within the crystal golem. From my home I was taken and banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth.
She says she was taken and banished to a plane of distortion. I'm not quite sure what she means by that. I've always kind of internalized it as her, like, meaning that while she was trapped in that golem, she was almost experiencing time differently, or like it didn't, she wasn't just like trapped in a cage that she could see out of all the time. Maybe the weird magic of the golem, like, kind of like had her in like a suspended animation, you might say.
The sorceries of Ulyssil differ from the magic of thine age. It is difficult to explain. Ulyssill's sorceries are, what doth one say? They're somewhat of an approximation. Thine sorceries are more straightforward, negating all but thyself. Dost thou not find some fascination in these discrepancies?
Absolutely. Now she said they're more of an approximation. Again, that's something I always take it to be like, the sorceries, she says the sorceries of our time are straightforward, right? So if I point my magical staff and I shoot a spell, I am creating magic. I'm like a magic that, as far as you are aware, doesn't exist, right? I shoot the blast and the blast happens. And we'll go ahead and look at some of her sorceries. What I think she meant by like approximations are like her sorceries kind of mimic things. So they like approximate things. So an example is cast light. Ancient sorcery of the lost land of Ulyssil, cast a bright light upon surroundings. This light-producing sorcery is elementary, but nonetheless demonstrates the achievements of the mysticism of Ulyssil. Such magic has not been developed even in Vinheim, which is, Vinheim, it's where Rickart's from, it's where all the magic dudes hang out. And that's what I think she means by, like, approximation. They're, like, approximating, they're, like, it's like a facsimile of nature, like, light. They are like copying nature, kind of. And I could be completely wrong, but that's just kind of how I look at it. We have repair. The sorcery was part of everyday life in Ulyssil. Its effects resemble repair powder, which must have found its way into the culture of this lost land. Then we have chameleon, a separate stealth spell from hidden body. A skilled stealth sorcerer must be aware of his or her surroundings, of which objects are prime candidates for imitation. Not bad. It shows you as an urn because you can turn into like a box and you control people online. Not a simple augmentation, making it dependent on the skill of its caster. An example of the capacity of Ulasil's sorceries to control light. Hidden weapon. You know, makes my weapon invisible. That's basically a PvP thing too. If you're fighting somebody and they aren't familiar enough with weapons, if you turn your weapon invisible, until you start swinging your weapon, they're going to have no idea what you're using. And the last one that I saved is Hidden Body, because this one's interesting. You know, Lost Ancient Sorcery turns the body nearly invisible. Although perfect invisibility is unachievable due to the risk of dissipation, the caster need only stand still for a moment to blend in to the environs with the astounding camouflage. Environs? Is that a real word? I mean, it probably is a real word. But I'm gonna check that out real quick. Oh, it is, yeah, huh? I don't remember it. I thought I would just said environment. Okay, I guess I'm crazy. I'm not an English major, so. uh, but yeah, so very interesting. You know, it talks about how it's like it's not just easily done, right? The magic is not just like, oh, I cast a spell and the spell works. It's like, no, you can't become invisible because you might just dissipate into nothing, which is kind of interesting, I think.
The sorceries of Ulasil.
Okay, she's just gonna repeat this.
Magic of thine age. It is difficult. Ulasil's sorcery, thine sorceries are. Dost thou not find?
I don't know if we have to buy anything from her to get more dialogue, so we're just gonna buy like cast light, and then we're gonna talk again.
The sorcery.
Okay, no.
Thine. Dost thou not find?
She'll have more dialogue later, but
If
for right
thou
now.
art in need, pray summon me again. I only wish to be of some genuine assistance. May the flames guide thee.
Goodbye. Also, I don't know if she's the only person that said that to us so far. May the flames guide thee. That's like an old prayer, kind of. Like, you know, kind of like, God bless you, right? May the flames guide you. These people, like, worship the flames. And, you know, arguably Gwyn, because Gwyn is the king of the gods. You know, he's the lord of sunlight. His power is almost synonymous with, like, flames and the sun and the first flame. You know, all that stuff.